showtime. All right, clear!
Fortnite. If you're watching this video right now, then chances are you know what Fortnite is. But what you may not regularly see is the Fortnite's original mode, Save the World, which was first announced at the 2011 Spike Video Game Awards. And in April of 2014, Fortnite's closed alpha signups began. And on July 25th of 2017, Fortnite was available to play for most consoles and computer systems. We all know the story. Battle Royale was hitting it big, and Save the World was just getting milked for Scammer Get Scammed videos. And in today's video, which is my biggest project to date, I will not only get the Platinum Trophy for Fortnite, but also complete the Collection Book, which is a book with every single item in the game. Yes, I've spent almost a year on this as I'm writing this script in February of 2025, and I'm continuing to work on my Collection Book as I write. Anyways guys, let's get the video started, and please, if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and also smash code Mikavon. Alright, so to simplify what we're going to be doing, the first step of this challenge is to, well, get the Platinum Trophy for the game. It's known as the Hero of the Storm achievement, and you can only get it when you have completed every challenge in the game. According to the wiki, there are 4 stages of challenges in the game with 46 challenges in total. For the first stage, you have to complete the tutorial challenges, which consist of crafting your first weapon, completing your first mission, protecting a survivor, unlocking the constructor hero type, and completing your first home-based storm shield defense. Stage 2 is really long, so I won't call out each one, but to finish this stage, you have to fully beat the main storyline, which takes you through 3 zones and around 150 different missions. Thankfully, for my sake, I already beat the game back in 2018, so I'm already finished with all of the storyline quests. Stage 3 consists of 8 side missions, for example, completing All Together Now, which is a daily quest that could appear at any time, and Evil Things with Crazy Teeth, which requires you to go through 10 stages of killing mimics, which are like fake chests that when you open, they chase after you and try to kill you. The other 6 challenges I don't understand, and I'm kind of too lazy to read them all out, and again, I've already completed those back in the day, so no need. Okay, and for our final one, stage 4, this is where the grinding happens. There are 7 challenges in this stage, but we will only be focusing on 5 because the other 2 I already did back in the day, and it's just looting chests and whatnot. The 5 challenges that we're going to be talking about is Talented Builder, which requires you to build 500,000 times. World Explorer, which has you fully explore 1,500 zones. Unspeakable Horrors, which makes you kill 20,000 mist monsters. Guardian Angel, which has you save 10,000 survivors, and finally, Plays Well with Others, which has you play 1,000 Play With Others missions, which is where you just join a random lobby and complete the objective. So those 5 challenges alone usually take people around 8 months to complete. I did it in 50 days.
One, two, three, four.
Aye, don't you talk to my boots like that, bro. Otherwise I'm gonna chef you up over 18.
I'd rather be doing fentanyl than doing this right now, I'm not gonna lie.
How did you know I was a kid?
Because I can hear your voice.
No, I sound like I'm like 20.
He's about to get kicked. He's freaking out right now. He's just freaking out.
I'll be right back.
This is Skibbity.
Oh shit!
Crouch if you're a girl. Crouch if you're a... Oh, you're a girl? No one from a dream.
What the fuck? What the fuck? And before you guys freak out, oh, this guy's on PC, how do you get the Platinum Trophy? You're not on PlayStation. Just wait, bro. Just wait. Okay, so over the 50 days that I spent grinding this Platinum, I found the most efficient way to do it. I would queue up for the lowest power level missions, load in, and immediately look for the objective and start it. Then, I would use directional pads to launch myself around the edges of the map, saving survivors that I find along the way, and then filling out any gaps left in the center. Once I'd explored the whole zone and saved all the survivors, I would just watch whatever show I had on in the background. One thing I want to rant about though, and I feel that anyone who has grinded this platinum out understands, the kids that I would get put into a lobby with would not know how to vote to start the mission. And if you don't know, In order to start the mission, the majority of the players have to vote yes in order to start. And of course, while I was grinding the platinum, there was also a bug where kids on console couldn't vote. So save the world devs, if you're watching, please make the vote pop up bigger for lower level missions. And also please make an interactive map and let us be able to ping items or places like in Battle Royale. Okay, rant over. Josh, get over here. Josh, get over here. Get over here. Yell into the microphone. Fuck Ride the Lightning.
Fuck Ride the Lightning.
Good boy.
Okay, well, I've never really made a video this big before, so I'm not too sure as to what I should do, so I'm just winging it, and just please bear with me. I think I'll just talk about how monumental this platinum was.
If you're lucky, you can get a mission done in around 10 minutes, or even 5 in some cases, but if you get in a bad lobby, you're looking at around 20.
And a big factor that also plays into timing is whether people vote or not. So in probably half the missions, people didn't vote, and then the time for each mission was then around 25 to 30 minutes. The only way that you can start it without votes is by waiting around 10 minutes for the vote to not be needed anymore to start the mission. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, taking a deeper dive into the 5 platinum challenges, we'll start with the 20,000 Mist Monsters, which is considered to be the easiest of the bunch. I've seen so many people rock the Mist Monster banner, and I actually got it before I started even making this video. So pretty much there's these monsters like bigger than the normal zombies. And, you know, in each mission there's, you know, a couple dozen that spawn, so a couple dozen adds up, and then it's pretty easy. So the next in line would have to be the Talented Builder Challenge, and oh my god, it was so fucking annoying to grind this one out. I'll say it's the second easiest only because it took around 6 hours to complete, but it was 6 hours of straight building with 2 friends in my home base. Like, imagine going into a creative map and building 500,000 times. Like, it felt way more than 6 hours, if I'm being honest. And at one point, after building 200,000 structures, we went to go take a break by ending the mission. And after we left, we realized that it didn't even count.
Bro, what the fuck?
What we needed to do was start a War Games mission and fully complete it, and then it would count. And if you don't know, War Games is essentially like mini games in your home base that spawn zombies with special abilities, or there's just some random add-on that just makes it harder. Anyways, I built around 700,000 builds total, and eventually...
Oh, I see a little folder there. What's that folder?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is gonna be in the video.
Talented builder, bro.
Let's see, man. Is it fucking bad?
Give me that, bro.
Next, we have World Explorer, which again has you fully explore 1,500 zones, and you might think this would take longer than the Plays Well With Others achievement, and you'd be right. It's 500 games more, but the catch is I did a lot of it back in 2018, so I already had around 600 zones explored at the time of me starting the video, so the World Explorer was done, you know, 100 games before the Plays Well With Others. So as I'm editing this part of the video, I went through my recordings and found the supposed video where I got the banner, or the World Explorer banner, and it's just not there. Like, I got to 1,498, and then it just stops there. The recording stops there for some reason. And then I check the next video, and then I already have it. I'm sorry, guys. I swear it probably was really anticlimactic like the last one. I promise you it's not. It's just wait for the later banners, but the ones that actually matter. Okay, moving on to the Plays Well With Others banner. I don't think it's the hardest, but it's the most draining on your mind. It's the same few missions over and over again every day for 16 hours a day. At least that's how it was for me. There's the folder, chat. Plays Well With Others, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm about to kiss Ninja right now. Ninja. If it weren't for Ninja, this game would not be the word.
Fuck you, kid.
Yo, Meeks.
Alright, now we got the hardest banner apparently, but we still got a couple more survivors we gotta get.
And finally, Guardian Angel, which has you save 10,000 survivors. I think this one is the hardest because only around 4 to 5 survivors spawn in each mission. So you can kind of figure out that that takes a lot more time because you have to save 10,000 of them. But thankfully, there is a mission where you have to rescue 15 survivors. And if none of them like die, you could typically get that mission done in around 5 minutes. But even if one dies, you have to wait the whole 20-minute counter. And in those low-level missions, it was about 50-50 because those new players didn't know what they were doing.
Guardian Angel. There she is. She's looking beautiful. There we go. No more fucking challenges tab. Like, I want me getting the platinum trophy to be, like, something cool. Like, something different, bro. Like, what do you think?
I think you should go across the country and do a fucking cool ass montage, dude.
Bro, I'm not doing that. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, how am I going to incorporate that into the video?
So glad you're in the 6 a.m. on this Tuesday, Americana.
And and get ready for a hot day out there. Sunblock repeatedly throughout the day. That's what we keep telling our kids, but important for everybody. Yeah, drink that water. You're looking right now at the marine layer. Some spots this morning, it is being pushed down low enough that visibility is really low. Bike and fall drugs, but also here, this is a view from Mount Soledad. It's kind of foggy out there. Here's a look at those weather headlines, weather impact alerts for today, because we are under a heat advisory. This is for inland valleys. It'll last through tomorrow night. We're well below average.
I don't know how this works. So I linked my... Oh, wait. I got a trophy. Okay, wait, hold on. How do I look at my trophies? I got a new trophy. Case, I need help.
There's all of your Fortnite trophies for PlayStation.
Where's my platinum, bro?
You don't have platinum.
I do. So at this moment, I was freaking out. If you remember towards the beginning of the video, I talked about this daily quest all together now, and it's one of the 2 daily missions that give you 130 V-Bucks, alongside Mission Veteran, which has you complete 5 missions. And according to the Fortnite wiki, there are 38 daily missions that can appear, with the 2 missions I mentioned being especially rare since regular daily missions typically only give you around 80 to 90 V-Bucks. So when I saw that the PlayStation didn't count the all together now quest, I thought that I'd have to scrap the entire montage because I wouldn't get the platinum there. But then, I got the quest. Alright, so I just connected my Epic account to this PlayStation, and it says that I'm actually missing the All Together Now quest. So, I mean, I've done that, but I guess it just doesn't work for PlayStation. So, I actually re-rolled my daily, and I got it. So, we're gonna get this platinum right now. Alright, little update, we're at 30%. Bet! All Together Now is done, bro. I just gotta, finish the mission. Holy fuck. Yeah, all together now. Bang, I got all together now. I need the platinum. Give me the fucking platinum, bro. Yes! Oh, yes, gang! Let's fucking go, dude. We got the fucking heroes. Need my trophies. Fortnite, 100%. Hero of the Storm is achieved, bro. Now I gotta fly home. Alright, now for the main part of the video. The collection book is kind of like a giant sticker album or catalog for all the items you've collected in the game. So instead of keeping any weapon or hero or any kind of item you might have in your inventory, you can just slot it into the collection book to permanently record that you have it. I mean, it's a way for players to track their progress and get rewarded for collecting different types of heroes or weapons, defenders, survivors, and more. In the collection book, you can also purchase most items with vouchers or training manuals, weapon designs, and trap designs, which you can get by recycling the corresponding item in your inventory. But I'll talk more about this in a few minutes. The collection book has 10 categories with 75 subcategories within the main 10. Each subcategory contains anywhere from 3 to 40 items in each. In total, and I had to count this myself, there are 1,159 items in the full collection book. First, we'll start by talking about the base game items, which you can usually get through missions that reset rewards daily. And what I love about it is that you can use this website, FortniteDB.com, so check them out, which shows you which missions have what rewards every day and can help you in your search for items that you don't already have. So naturally, all of the base game items were done first because they're readily available. Well, some. For example, under the Defenders subsection at the very bottom, there's a Defender that you can only get through a questline in March. I just find it dumb that there are some things in the base game tabs that require you to do questlines, but I got it done anyways. Put the hole in the collecting book. Boom!
Also, there are a few mythic heroes in the heroes tabs, which you can only get from llamas. Each subsection under the base game heroes has one mythic, so 4 base game mythics in total. And lastly, in this section, I want to talk about the mythic survivors. So there are only 24 of them in the game, and can appear in llamas from specific missions and every 116th page in the collection book. But whatever survivor you get is just randomized, and you aren't guaranteed to get one that you need. So, you know, as I'm recording this, I've been missing the same 2 mythic survivors for probably 5 months. So, alright, just to quickly go through the base game tabs, we got the 4 sections of heroes here. We got soldiers, constructors, ninjas, and outlanders. And then in personnel, we have all the defenders, and then we have all the survivors, all the lead survivors, and the mythic leads. And then the next thing we have is ranged weapons, which we have the assault rifles, the shotguns, pistols, SMGs, sniper rifles, explosive weapons, and yeah, guys, look guys, look what it is. Oh my god, it's the thing from the guy. And then we get the melee weapons, so the axes, the clubs, the scythes, the spears, swords, and hardware. And finally, we have the traps. So the wall traps, the ceiling traps, and the floor traps are all complete. Like, I want to include every base game mission where I went in and I got the item that I needed for the collection book, but as you saw, there's over 1,000 items, and this is what the average Save the World game looks like. This shit is so fucked. But I will be including some major milestones like the mythic survivors, so I'll do that one right now. Alright, dude, yes! We got the 1 mythic lead that I needed on the fucking day. Let's go, chat. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yes!
Like blue low.
Yes! And that was the exact one I needed. There was one more, but... Oh, yes!
Here, I could send you a video of what twinning looks like.
Oh, I think I just...
Oh, he's gonna nut.
He's going in the book, and it's fucking complete. Everything in the base game is complete. Dude, it's so clean. It's all done. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the expansion people and schematics. So pretty much these 2 and then these 3 subsections here are all base game, and you can still get these through just any regular mission. The only one that isn't is the Shadow Ops heroes, which you have to wait for military llamas to come out in the llama shop to be able to buy these, or you could just buy them with training manuals and Flux. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the designs and manuals and Flux and vouchers. Vouchers are some of the most valuable things in the game, as they can purchase a lot of valuable things in the collection book, and you can only get around 1 of each voucher every season, or every 3 months. Training manuals, weapon designs, and trap designs are all evolution materials used to level up your items, but pair that with Flux, which you can get from the current season, from collection book rewards, and the weekly shop, and then you can use that to purchase anything in the collection book that isn't part of a limited time mode or quest line. Most LTM and questline items you have to use a voucher to get. Alright guys, today we got some fucking military llamas, dude. We are going to open up some of these bitches, trying to get... Bro, the grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A are so good. On here, we got 3 new ones for the schematics. And then for the expansion schematics, we have the Mythic Storm King weapons, which you first have to be power level 122, and then you unlock this fight. Once you complete your weekly pre-quest, which is kind of like a small quest that you can usually get done in a single mission, you then get access to the mythic weapon from the fight. If you don't do the pre-quest, then you aren't going to get the mythics. You get 1 random mythic schematic per week once you follow the previous steps and then kill the Mythic Storm King. Okay, now all the other subsections in the expansions are still base game, and you can get these through regular missions, except for the military weapons, since they are also included in the military llamas specifically. Alright, it is February 25th today, and for the last couple days I have been playing so many missions with like legendary items in them, so I got a bunch of training manuals and a bunch of weapon designs as well. And just in case you missed it, the way that you get training manuals, weapon designs, and trap designs is by recycling the corresponding items, and then you just get some when you recycle it. So I think today what we're going to do is we're going to finish our military weapons and our Shadow Ops Heroes pages today. Get all the expansion stuff done. Yeah, it's enough. Fucking done with that page, baby. Look at that, it's all done. Expansion people, now we just got the weapons.
Should be. No lie.
And our last thing in... Oh, wait, that wasn't the last thing. That's it, dude, we're done. Okay, now before I talk about the event sections in the collection book, I need to give you some background information. So there are 5 reoccurring seasons in Save the World, and each season has its own unique map. First, we have Flannel Falls, which goes from January 22nd through April 1st, and is an autumn theme. The seasonal llama is Lunar Llamas, which get specific event rewards for the collection book, and it's the same for each season, having a specific llama that we need to fill out in the event sections of the collection book. And then next, we have Scurvy Shoals, which runs from April 2nd to June 11th, and the theme for this season is pirates, and the Venture Zone is just a bunch of tropical-looking islands that are actually pretty cool. I mean, if you remember Fortnite Season 8 back in the day, it's a lot like that. And the llama for this season is the Pirate Llamas. Then we jump to Blasted Badlands, which runs from June 18th to August 27th. And the theme for this season is just whatever. It's just a desert theme. You see a lot of these zones in the base game, and it's nothing special. But anyways, the llamas for this season are rad llamas. But one thing to note, during the middle of the season, running from July 23rd through the 30th, you can get 1 birthday llama per day during this week. And birthday llamas are actually some of the most overpowered llamas in the game, because when you open one, you're actually guaranteed something that you don't already have in the collection book. So keep that in mind. Anyways, next we have Hexylvania, or the Fortnite Mare season, which runs from September 3rd through November 12th. This is the season where you get Gravediggers and Plasmatic Dischargers, so I guess that's cool. The llamas in this season are the Fortnite Mare's llamas, and obviously this season is spooky themed, and has some pretty cool builds like that one castle by Pleasant Park in Season 6, if you remember that. And finally, we have Frozen Fjords, which runs from November 19th through January 14th. This is the winter themed zone, and honestly I have no opinion on this zone, it's just whatever. But in this season we have holiday llamas, so I guess that's important. Alright, we've talked about all the seasons, so I think you're ready for the next segment. Alright, so we've talked about all the base game and expansion items, so now let's jump into the main grind for the collection book, which is the event people and schematics. But first, we need to talk. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna have Beast tell you guys, and if you don't know Beast, he's the leading Save the World YouTuber who gives guides to pretty much everything in existence for this game.
Hi, I'm Beast, and I've been invited to talk to you guys about a couple of sections of the collection book that are going to make completing it rather difficult. So the starter pack section are a bunch of items that were purchase only. There is no way to get these items for free, and they've been discontinued since launch. To this day, as of recording, none of these have come back around. Now, there are special cases where the Metal Team Leader skin has been purchasable in BR, but if you want to get the hero in Fortnite Save the World in your collection book, you not only needed to have purchased these packs at the time of release, but they came as purple copies, so now you're spending legendary flux just to level them up, and now you're taking your newly purchased with US dollars or whatever your currency is, and then you are putting that item into the collection book where you don't get to use it anymore. These are not available in any other way. They are not like special cases with the soldier section, where if you just wanted to have Buckshot Raptor in here, you only get him one time normally at level 100 in the collection book, but you could technically get him out of the birthday llamas if you're super lucky. None of that is available here. With the starter packs, you need to spend real hard cash on these, and nowadays I'm being told you can buy these with codes for like $1,000. That's insane. Epic can and probably will re-release these at some point and at any time at their discretion, but as of now, they are unobtainable, and if you did buy these and you wanted to use these items, you'd have to put them in the book if you wanted to fill it out. The other section I get to talk about is the birthday section. I like this section because I have all the heroes.
Whoa, dude, I actually have the first birthday hero, but I'm not trying to put her in the collection book because then it would look weird. I have one in there and then 2 not.
But yeah, if you have not played in the year of, was it 2018 when I got Birthday Brigade Ramirez? She's just gone now. She was available for the birthday event at that time frame, and now she's just gone forever. I use her in my minigun loadouts, which is why she's not in my book. I did actually put Birthday Brigade Penny in here because Plasma Pulse cooldown is not an extremely relevant ability, but they are very nice skins to have if you have them, and they are completely unavailable if you don't. Even the birthday llamas do not drop the birthday heroes. I'm not sure what the reasoning is there, but there's also some uniqueness where we got Birthday Brigade Ramirez, who has the back bling. It's not present here, but I can actually go through my inventory right here. Hello, editing version of whoever's, I don't know if it's Mika or Mika yet, you haven't responded.
Mika.
There's also some silliness with the numbering. So Birthday Brigade Ramirez, if I go to my command and then heroes and then pull her up here, you can see the back bling actually has 1 for like the first year of Fortnite's birthday. And then Birthday Brigade Jonesy has the 2 on his helmet when you have him leveled up. And then Birthday Brigade Penny does not have a 3 anywhere present, because I misremembered this. Well, don't put this in the video, but like... So if you weren't around to pick up these heroes as they came out, they are, even with the birthday llamas, completely inaccessible.
Who's coming? Get rid of those.
Thanks, Beast. Okay, now that you know I can't get those items, we're just going to get into the event sections. Starting from the top, we have Wild Heroes, which consist of Phoenix and Gia. Each has their own questline, Gia's being in April and Phoenix's is in May. Next, we have the Home Base Heroes, which consist of Director Riggs, which you can get through a questline in May, and then we have Dennis, and his questline is in June. Next, Cassie will appear in the weekly shop in October, and finally Major Oswald, who's in the same questline as that stupid Legendary Defender in March. Gross, bruh! Fuck. Who wants to fuck with that, bro? Not me, not me. Next, we have the Steel Wool section, which are all campaign heroes that you could just get from playing through the main storyline. And then we have the Historic Heroes, Rex Jonesy, and Clico Kyle.
Inkalo Kyle.
Fossil Southie and Parasaur Jess can all be earned from playing Hit the Road, which is a season-exclusive game mode where you protect a moving van, then defend it at the end of the mission. Triceratops Ramirez, Prehistoric Isa, Jurassic Ken, and Black Knight Guardian are all weekly items in the shop that can appear during any week of the season. And then we have Paleo Luna, which requires you to do a questline in July. The next subsection is Art Deco Heroes, and you can get all of these heroes by opening Art Deco Llamas in the Daily Llama shop. Next, we have Rad Heroes, and you can get almost every one of these through the seasonal Rad Llamas. The only different one is Dennis Jr., which is a weekly shop item in June. Then we have the Road Trip Heroes. In this 4-hero section, 2 of them are available in the weekly shop, and the other 2 are earned from playing Hit the Road. Ragnarok is a weekly item in October, and finally Prickly Patroller and Eternal Wanderer are weekly items during the June season. Then we have Pirate Heroes. Buccaneer Jonesy, Privateer Hype, Swashbuckler Keelhaul, and Crossbones Barrett are all in the seasonal llamas, while Buccaneer Ramirez, Seawolf Jonesy, Freebooter Ken, and Hybrid are all weekly shop items. Meanwhile, Blakebeard is earned through the Yard questline in May. Now we move over to the Blockbuster Heroes. All 4 heroes here can be bought in the weekly shop during 2 separate seasons, except for 8-Bit Demo, who's randomized and could appear anytime in the weekly shop. Raven can be earned from the Blady Acres questline in October, meanwhile Carbide and Cloak Star can both be earned from the Blockbuster questline in January. Spy Heroes can be earned from opening Spy Llamas, which can appear randomly in the Daily Llama shop. Then we have Springtime Heroes, and we'll start with Stoneheart Farah, which you can get from the No Dancing questline in February. Then we have this little stupid leprechaun guy, which you can find in Lunar Llamas, which are the seasonal llamas around this time. The other 4 you can get in the weekly shop during the season. In Springfolk, you get all of these in the Scurvy Shoals weekly shop, and in Matchmakers and Heartbreakers, it's the same deal. Weekly shop items, but in the Mild Meadows Venture season. Flag Bearers are also weekly items, but in the Blasted Badlands season. And finally, we have the Horde Heroes, which you can get from playing Survive the Horde, which is a seasonal game mode. Next, we got the Lunar Heroes, which you can get in the Lunar Llamas during the Flannel Fall season, but you get Wukong from the weekly shop during the Mild Meadows season. Now we're going to talk about the Holiday Heroes. You get Ted, Sergeant Tank, Ice King, Grunter Crampu, Jingle Jess, Crampu. Is that actually... Oh, I think it's Krampus, bro. It's not poo. What the fuck? And Snowstrike from playing Frost Knight, which is a seasonal game mode around Christmas time. Red Willow, Jilly Teacup, and Crackshot are all obtained through their own questlines throughout the Frozen Fjords season, and all the rest are either weekly shop items or holiday llamas. Then we have the Wild West Heroes, which you can get from opening Wild West llamas in the Daily Llama shop. And again, these llamas appear randomly, so if you miss even one day of playing, you might miss it. And now, we have the Fortnite Mares heroes. Arlene Isa, Willow, Dyer, and Brainstorm all have their own questlines that span the Fortnite Mare season, while Swamp Knight, Mermonster Ken, and Chaos Agent are all obtained through dungeons, which again, is a seasonal game mode. All other heroes in this section you can get from either the weekly shop or from the seasonal llamas. And then we have the Costume Party attendees, which I actually love this because it gives you something in the collection book to grind for. It's the only subsection that gives you a specific reward for completing it. If you get all of the survivors in this section, then you unlock the Jackal Launcher, and I feel like everyone knows what that is. But pretty much, you can get any of these in the seasonal Fortnite Mares llamas. Now we have Retro Sci-Fi Heroes, which you can get from opening daily Retro Sci-Fi llamas, which can also appear at any time. But Azalea Clark has their own questline in July. And finally, for the event people, we have Outlandish Heroes, which actually came out recently, and you can get these heroes from our questline in August. Okay, now, take a quick little break. Now it's time for the event schematics. Starting with the Primal Weapons, which you can get all of these through the weekly shop during the Blasted Badlands season. Next, the Art Deco weapons, which are just like Art Deco heroes, and you get these from the Daily Deco Llamas. Then the Boombox weapons. You can get the Staccato Shadow and Desi Blaster from playing Hit the Road, and then the rest are either weekly items or unlocked from the seasonal Rad Llamas during the Blasted Badlands season. Pirate weapons are pretty much the same. You can get the Corsair and Jack's Revenge from the Yard questline in April, and all others are either weekly shop items or seasonal Pirate Llama items. and then the spy weapons, which pair with the spy heroes, obviously, and you get them from the daily spy llamas. Dragon weapons are the seasonal weapons for the lunar llamas during the Flannel Falls season, so everything in the subsection you can either get in the weekly shop or the seasonal llamas. The holiday weapons consist of guns that you get from playing Frost Knight. These weapons include the Frostbite, Paper Shredder, Ginger Blaster, Shark Attack, and the Tree of Light. The rest of the weapons are earned from either the weekly shop or different seasonal llamas that range from November to March. The black metal weapons are earned from playing the Fortnite season, either weekly shop or Fortnite llamas. The Fortnite weapons are almost all earned from the season or weekly shop, but the Pulse Pounder and Shooting Star are all earned from the Eye of the Brainstorm questline in October. And yes, the subsection does include the Gravedigger. And as I said earlier, the Jackal Launcher is earned by completing the Costume Party Attendee subsection. The Rat Rod weapon, The Rat Rod weapons, in my opinion, are so dumb. They appear in the weekly shop at random, and I actually had to spend 2 vouchers in this subsection because they weren't even coming out in the shop. The retro sci-fi weapons are earned through the daily sci-fi llamas, like the sci-fi heroes. How many times am I going to say sci-fi in one video? The steampunk weapons are pretty much the same, as you have to wait for Wild West llamas to come out in the daily llama shop. And finally, we have the medieval weapons. And like the Rat Rod weapons, any of these can appear in the weekly shop, and I again had to spend 2 more vouchers in this subsection as well because they just weren't coming out in the shop. Okay. We're gonna... I'm so excited. We're gonna buy all these. Because we have enough. And we can! We're the king! I'm the king! The king is just kinging, bro. I'll be buying all these. So clean. Alright, and the last weapon we need for the collection book. There it is. There it is. Freaking creaming my pants right now. I ain't gonna lie. And look at that. Everything in the event schematics is done. Every check mark. Every fucking check mark. Hundreds of guns here. Hundreds. The only 2 that we need. We can't get this. Very sad. The only 2 heroes that we need are these. I have 1 voucher, but I'm gonna wait to get 2. So again, I want to include every video of me getting all the event items, but I think you and I know that's not gonna happen. But I will leave you with this. I'm so sorry. But the last clip I do want to show you guys, it's this. Oh my god. Give me that. Put that in there. And the last thing in the entire collection book, Field Agent Rio. Oh. And here we go. The last. Boom. That's it. We're done. We're fucking done! We're so done. Oh my god, we're done. Can't get the birthday heroes, sadly. Can't get the starter packs. But oh my god, I have everything you can get in the game. Everything's done. Look at that. Look at that. Can't get starter packs. Everything's got a check mark. Dude, let's fucking go, dude. A year in the making, and I'm finally just finishing it. It's June 19th, and we are finally done. Okay, I'm gonna try and wrap this up unscripted just because I want to, like, display my full emotion, I guess. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. It took me, on this week exactly, it has been 1 year since I started this project, and it has taken over my life, and I'm so glad to finally push it out. And again, thank you to everyone who helped me make this video, everyone that believed in me. It's not really that deep, it's just a Fortnite video, but it means a lot to me. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great one.